to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, and you already know I'm always delighted to be joined by my good friend Dalton Smith. Dalton, what's happening, mate? How's training going?
It's going good. Same as any other day in the office. We keep grinding.
That's it. Well, listen, the reason I wanted to get you on is because you've got a fight coming up on the 18th of February. Fingers crossed, I'll be asking Coogan if I can cover it, because it's been a long time since I've been to one of your fights. So I'm gonna ask. Billy Allington. He's a fighter that's only lost once. He's drawn 4, but he's never been stopped. So it's a good test for your voluntary defence for your British title.
Yeah, it's a good test. He's like you say, he's durable and he's experienced. So I'm expecting Allington to be coming with everything. It's a big opportunity for him, and yeah, he's coming to get that British belt. So I'm going to be ready 100%.
That's the thing. You said that Billy Allington's going to come and give it his best, but fighting for that British title, it means everything for 99% of British fighters. And when you get the opportunity to fight for it, you're gonna give it that extra 10%, that extra 15% in training camp. So that being said, are you expecting the best Billy Allington coming into this fight?
Yeah, and I think don't matter what fight you go into, you've always got to prepare for the best. And I always say in my interviews and stuff, it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I always get into the mindset, and I picture my opponent, Mike Tyson, as somebody like that, or the biggest puncher, and I always think that helps me prepare to the best I can. So, and it just gives me that little bit, it just pushes me that little bit more in training.
But obviously, we've spoken about it on numerous occasions as well. But the British rankings at the super lightweight division, it's stacked with talent. We've always said take Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, maybe even a Harrod Davis, and these guys out the equation. Maybe Lewis Ritson as well, I suppose. Harlan Eubank. Yeah, but when you look at these British rankings, I mean, you're 25 now. You're 13-0. You're getting there. You'll be probably 2-3 fights away from fighting these big names that we've just spoke about. So your quest right now, though, in your mind, is to defend that British title 3 times and keep it. That's the mission right now, is it?
Yeah, that's the plan, and that's why I said. Spoke to my obviously management team, and talking to Eddie and Matchroom, was like, look, we want to get straight back out, because I want this British for keep. So 2 quick, if we can get 2 quick defenses, that would be the ideal plan.
Have you looked at the rankings? Have you looked at who could possibly be there or thereabouts for you? Because Billy Allington is a top test, but you've got guys like, I don't know, like Jack Rafferty and young Adam Azim. He's probably maybe too not experienced enough to fight for it, but it's a dangerous division like we've in the past.
It starts. Do you know what? To be fair, I don't really look too much into the rankings and stuff, because they always change, and sometimes I rate fighters better than who's, I don't know, someone might be lower down in the rankings, and I rate them as a better fighter. So I never seem to keep too much of a close eye on the rankings. I leave that to my dad, and whoever I'm fighting, that's what I'm fighting. It doesn't really make a difference. So I try not to keep an eye on it too much, but like you said, the division's stacked, and there's plenty of fights out there.
What is the sort of like hopes? Obviously, win this British title. Then after that, is it the European? Is it Fringe World level? Have you, Paul Reddy, STN, your management, Eddie Hearn, your dad, have you planned for 2023, or is it just one step at a time?
We've got an ideal plan, and that's it. I've always said I want to get the every single belt in boxing. The prestige belts. I've started with English, British, like you said. Then there's the European, and then you move on. You fight world ranked fighters and stuff. So I don't feel like I'm a million miles away from those big fights, but. My number one aim at the minute is to get this British out right, and then, that's in the family forever then. So, and then we'll push on from that. But, no rushing, one fight at a time.
I want to speak about your dad, because we all know your dad's quite, I had to beg plead. I don't know. I had to do everything. I think I asked him for 4 days to get an interview, and he finally gave me one. So he does everything for his fighters. I mean, you're blood, but he treats every fighter like they're his son. But you winning this British title outright, keeping it in the family, what would that mean for your dad? I mean, he doesn't say much, but what would that mean to him?
Like you said, my dad's one of them. He's hard to. I don't know when he's happy and everything's good. He don't really show it because he's one of those. He'll be satisfied when the career's done. But I think it'll be something when we get to the end of the career and we can look back and we'll actually realise the British belt, the history behind it and like you said, the history, that's in the family then, and when we've got it for keeps, it's not going nowhere, and it can keep getting passed down through the generations.
That's the thing. Have you? How long's your dad? You said obviously when you retired, does your dad continue or does he continue? Because obviously he loves his job. So what have you spoke about that? Like, does he stay on and train your son, his grandson, when you have a kid or whatnot? What's going? Have you spoke about that?
I've always said my unless if I can help it, my kids aren't fighting. Leave the fighting to me, and just so they don't have to fight. But I don't know. My dad always said we got in the sport together. We'll get out the sport together. But you know what it's like. It's addictive. It's a bug. And I always said after my career, I'd never go into coaching or anything like that. But like you say, it's once you've got that bug, it's hard to walk away from it. And he says he'll get out the game when I get out the game. But we'll have to see when that time comes.
Still, you've still got a good 10 years in you though, Dalton.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going nowhere soon, so he best be staying.
Good stuff. Obviously win this British title outright, and again, you know me, I don't try and I look at the rankings, I look at the fights, and I always think that'd be a great fight. I want that fight to happen. Like this Liam Smith Chris Eubank fight, I spoke to Liam about I've done 4 or 5 interviews with Liam talking about it because I wanted to get made. So I kept on texting Liam, let's get the fight made, let's get my fight made. But for me, when I look at these British rankings, especially in this super lightweight division, when I look at guys like you against Harlem Eubank, I'm excited. When I look at guys like you against O'Hara Davis, I'm excited. You against Lewis Richardson, I'm excited. You against even Adam Azim, and that might pop up one day, but you're a wee bit further on in your career. Sam Maxwell. I mean, these guys excite me when I hear them alongside you. Yeah. What does it do for you when you hear your name versus them names I've just said? How excited do you feel?
They're the fights you need. They're the fights what get you up, and they're the fights what excite the fans. So that's what puts bums on seats, and they're the fights I'll be pushing towards in down the next 18 months. So, but like you said, the division's stacked. There's plenty of fights out there for me, but like you said, those are the exciting fights. What people get excited about.
Look, I forgot to ask one question about your dad. Listen, I'm trying to get one of them Misfits cards. I don't know if you've seen. You think your dad would train me?
I've seen. I'm sure he'd train you.
Mind him an old
Easy to get down.
Mind I'm an old man though, Dalton, so I've not got this.
Listen, age is just a number. I've seen you on them having them cold dips and in the gym. You're sweet. You've got plenty of life left in you. Plenty of life left in you.
Good man, I'll take that's a good compliment. Yeah, just going back to the February fight against Allington here. What can the fans expect? I mean, again, you're defending your British title; it's yours. So I'm expecting the best Dalton Smith. Billy's fighting for the British title, so I'm sure Billy's going to bring his A game. So what can we expect?
Yeah, another big performance. I want to pick up from where I left off. And like you said, start the year with a bang. Go out. Show everybody what Dalton Smith's about, like I always do, and start the year off with start off good.
Definitely. And listen, like I said, I'm going to speak to Coogan and hopefully I can get down there and cover that fight because it's been a while.
I'm sure Cougar will let you down.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll sweet talk him when I see him in Manchester next week. But listen, Dalton, thank you so much for doing this fight for TV as always, brother. And listen, keep training hard, mate. And fingers crossed, I'll see you in Nottingham next month.
That's it. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Appreciate your time as always.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you, Dalton. Cheers, mate.
Top man. Take care.
Cheers,
mate.
I'm gonna share something with you that might put me in a very negative light. Yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.